Shalom, family. Pray all is well with the righteous. We're answering a question here. This is the breakdown of Isaiah 11 and 12. This is coming from Q Scott. I got a question here. Please explain Isaiah 11 and 12. The Most High YAH said, He will gather. This is what I get over and over and over. And what my wife and I did, we looked through the channel to see, could we find where we answered it directly with the title, explaining Isaiah 11, so that we could put it to rest. Our people are trapped in the lands of their captivity. Their curses, the curses are upon them, and they don't understand. They're there for their destruction. They haven't studied Deuteronomy 28. The curses. How this is for a sign and a wonder, in that we won't be able to function mentally. We will be dysfunctional. Brain cannot operate properly. Stupor. This is where we at, and I'm sorry. And I've had to go through this so many times, and we couldn't find the video, so I have to do this. Please explain what you are saying versus this scripture. Okay, this came from Yahuah's borders have become a revolving door for our people. And so I gave the verses that gave salvation. I even mentioned the fact that if you don't come out, this is what our people are doing. They want to sit still and do nothing. When Jeremiah 51 and 50 told us, stand not still. Don't sit still. Move about the midst of her. We want to stand still and say, well, he's going to gather us. They don't understand. I'm quoting scriptures. This is what I have to do here in order to explain Isaiah 11. Let's do it. All right. Number one. In order to understand Isaiah 11, you have to go to Isaiah 11 and 1. There shall come forth a rod from the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. We know this rod. We know this is Yahushua. The Ruach of Yahuah shall rest upon him, the Ruach of wisdom and understanding, the Ruach of counsel and might, the Ruach of knowledge, and of the fear of Yahuah. His delight is in the fear of Yahuah, and he shall not judge by the sight of his eyes, like we see men doing today, nor decide by the hearing of his ears. But with righteousness he shall judge the poor, and decide the equity of the meek of the earth. He shall strike the earth with the rod of his mouth. We know this is Yahushua when he comes back. And with the breath of his lips, he shall slay the wicked. Shah, Yahusha, Shin. This is the word that means he's going to knock out the teeth of the wicked. That's what he's going to do. Righteousness shall be the belt of his loins. Yeah. The righteousness of the belt of his waist. Watch this. Watch verse 6. You know what this is. Come on, family. You know what this is. You know what Isaiah 11 means. The wolf shall dwell with the lamb. When is this going to happen? Before Yahushua or after? Before the tribulation or after? The leper shall lie down with the goat, the calf and the young lion, and the fatling together. A little child shall lead them. When is this? Do you see this happening today? Have Yahushua came back? No. The cow and the bear shall graze. The young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like an ox. Lion eating straw like an ox. A nursing child shall play by the cobra's hole. This is important. And the weaned child shall put his hand in a viper's den. Can your little child that just got weaned off from breast milk, can they stick their hand in a viper's den without getting bitten and die? They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my Kadash mountain. Now, we don't even know this place. We don't have any connection with this place. We got connection with the curses. For the earth shall be full of the knowledge of Yahuah as the waters of the sea. Now we know Yahushua going to bring knowledge. And in that day, this is important. We're talking about that day when you can do all these things. There should be a root of Jesse who shall stand as a banner to the people. Now, we went deep into this in our Shabbat class. If you don't understand this banner concerning the sons of Yasharah, you are in trouble. You lack knowledge. I'm not explaining this banner here. I'm explaining Isaiah 11:11. For Gui shall seek him, and his resting place shall be majestic. It shall come to pass in that day. Here we go. It's going to come to pass in that day that Yahuah shall set his hand again the second time. There are two gatherings. Two gatherings. So he's asking, please explain what you are saying versus the scripture. Please explain what other scriptures are saying versus this scripture. That's what we're here to do. Because scripture does not contradict itself, and I'm not saying anything. I am reading. Second time, I'm on this channel, I focus on the first gathering. Come out of her, my people. A voice goes out throughout all the world, and it's from the King of Kings of all. Yahushua, King of Kings on earth. This King of Kings is the King of all kings. He's the King of Yahushua. He's the creator of Yahushua. Yahushua is under him. Did he not tell us that the Father was higher, more powerful, mightier than him? Second time. Come out of her, my people. First time. After the tribulation, Yahushua comes back. Second time. This is easy. Very, very easy. I tell people all the time, you don't want to go through Yaakov's trouble. I mentioned in that video, everyone in Babylon will be completely destroyed. No one, it's going to be a destruction before Yahushua comes back. So we got people sitting in Babylon saying he gonna gather us. Isaiah 11:11 is for us. To recover the remnant of his people who are left from Assyria, Mitzrayim, Patros, which is Mitzrayim, Cush, Elam, Shinar, all these places, Hamat and the islands of the sea, all these places around his borders. How close are you to his borders? You want me to explain this? Here it is. Yes, he's going to go beyond this with other verses that we put with this, precept upon precept. But this is talking about the people right in, most of this is inside the borders and around the borders, close to the people at the borders, his borders. He shall set a banner for the nation. Here is banner again. This is deep. You ain't under the right banner, you in trouble. What banner? You don't hear anyone teaching about the banner. It's in the Torah. He says, and I will assemble the outcasts of Yasharah and gather together the dispersed of Yehudah from the four corners of the earth. Again, we have to go through Yaakov's trouble. Yahushua don't come back to after Yaakov's trouble. You ready to go without food and water for years and fighting, murder, war, death, famine among Goyim? We got to understand this. These people will be weak, fragile, Rambos, smart. Regular mom and dad ain't going to get it. You take people that's in the Navy SEALs are supposed to be the roughest, the toughest, the most advanced in fighting. They may not be able to make it. You're going to see some weapons you ain't never seen before. You better research the killer bots. Immediately after the tribulations of those days, the sun will be darkened, the moon shall not give its light, the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Then the sign of the Son of Man will appear. Isaiah 11:11 is far after the Son of Man. It's after the 40-year war. Are you serious? When he gathers the people, it's after the 40-year war. Even when Yahushua comes back and he's fighting, you got to deal with that. And the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Son of Man shall appear from heaven. Then watch what's going to happen to the people on earth. They're going to be our people in Babylon. This would have been people in Babylon. But this will be people all around the world. The sons of the earth shall mourn. They're going to mourn. This isn't good. This is not good. Everyone, they're going to be more, except those protected within the wilderness. Why do we get away from this? Why do we get away from the first gathering? I don't understand. But look, 4:37, behold, your sons are coming. See what I'm doing here? This is not from me. This is in the scripture. Sons are coming. This is the first gathering. Whom you sent away. They are coming, gathered from the east, the west, at the word. Come out of her, my people of the Kadash one, rejoicing. There's some people that must escape. 2nd Ezra 9:7. This is what it's talking about. I put this verse in that video. It shall be that everyone who will be saved, teaching salvation, and who will be able to escape on account of their works. Escape. We don't understand this. Who are these people that are escaping? Look at this. Isaiah 66. Look at 19. I will set a sign among them, and those among them who escape I will send to the nations. And these people, verse 20, then they shall bring all your brethren as an offering. We don't know these people that's going to escape. You don't know the Most High command you to not sit still. Isaiah 37:32, for out of Jerusalem shall go a remnant, and those who escape from Mount Zion, the seal of Yahuah of hosts, will do this. People don't believe it, but he's going to do it. Isaiah 15:28, who are these people escaping? The voice of those who flee and escape from the land of Babylon declares in Zion, you better escape, my friend. You waiting for Isaiah 11:11. You in America, you won't live to see Isaiah 11:11. That's the second gathering. You and I must escape. Ezekiel 6 and 8. These are precepts, not my word, family. Precepts. Yet I will leave a remnant. When the Most High destroyed us in Jerusalem, he said, I'll leave you a remnant so that you may have some who escaped the sword among the nations. Right now, you're found among the nations in the lands of captivity. And you need to escape. And you need to do it. You should have already done it. You should have done it yesterday. What the Most High had me on now, the people are going to understand our sense of urgency. Our state of emergency. We're in a state of emergency. When you are scattered through the countries. Isaiah 26:20. Come, my people, enter your chamber. Shut the door behind you. You got to come. It's the first gathering. This is the gathering we need to focus on. Not Isaiah 11:11. Hide yourself. Hide yourself, as it were, for a little moment until my indignation passed. This is Jacob's trouble. Now, this is the verse our people hate. Zechariah 2:6 and 7. Ho, ho, come forth, flee from the land of the north. Says Yahuah, I have spread you abroad. That's how you got in your land of your captivity. As the four winds of heaven, says Yahuah, deliver yourself. You don't want to deliver yourself. You want the Most High to deliver you. You want the Most High to gather you. And the Most High said, that's not how salvation coming. You're going to be without food and water for years. If you can survive, if you can make it. And see, when we have to do something like this, it's utterly amazing. Our people going to get destroyed for the lack of knowledge. We've touched on this before. Take heed to the scripture, not heed to what anybody's saying, including myself. This is coming from the scriptures.